One of my favorite times of the year is Among Us. The weather cools, the nights come sooner, and the mixture of fear and fun fills the air. I've already been watching some of my traditional spooky/horror films, along with planning on watching a new horror film this year. However, with everything happening this year, this Halloween will definitely be different. But there is one tradition I plan on doing. Every year in the month of October is when I upload a scary themed Animal Crossing theory. And this tradition started way back in 2014. So let's not break it now, shall we? And while the character we are looking at today may not be all that scary, their appearance and backstory has a lot of questions. Questions I intend to answer. So everyone, again, come sit by the fire, as I'm going to tell you the backstory of Animal Crossing's cutest and maybe creepiest villager. It's time to find out who and what is Stitches. While Stitches is like every other lazy villager in the game, what makes him stand out is his appearance. Stitches, well, doesn't appear to be an animal at all. Instead, he seems to be based off a young child's worn stuffed animal, indicated by his name and the many patches of fabric making up his body. This is most apparent with his arms and ears, as they are different colors from each other. And of course, we can't forget about those cross marks for eyes, something you might see when the buttons come off of a doll or a teddy bear. I mean, his phrase is even based on the stuffing used in dolls and teddy bears. It seems that every single sign here is pointing to Stitches being a living teddy bear. There is a saying, if it looks like a duck, swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, then it's probably a duck. The same applies to this situation. If it looks like a teddy bear, acts like a teddy bear, and talks like a teddy bear, then it's probably a teddy bear. Well, that was an easy video. Stitches is a living teddy bear. There's still some time left on the video. Oh yeah, that's cause there's two problems with this theory that Stitches is just a living teddy bear. 1. How is Stitches a living creature when he's just a worn out teddy bear? And 2, and probably the biggest problem with it, is Stitches' profile in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, as it says that, due to his relaxed personality and slow moving nature, Stitches is often confused with the plush look-alike. Just so we're clear, he is not a toy. While we could find a workaround for the first problem, the second one really puts this theory on hold. How can a bear like Stitches exist if he isn't a toy? Well, my friends, I have an answer for you. It is now time for me to reveal who and what is Stitches. In my opinion, Stitches is somehow a living, worn-out teddy bear. How is this possible? After all, there's no such thing as a living creature with fabric for skin. Well, I'm gonna take you back to when Stitches wasn't a living creature. A time when maybe he wasn't all of those different colors. Back to a time when Stitches was just a normal teddy bear. Stitches was made like any other teddy bear, except that he was one of those bigger teddy bears, the ones the size of a small child. And he was brought to the store to be sold. Then one day, someone picked up the bear that would become Stitches. Whether it was a parent or the child themselves, Stitches was now the property of a little boy. This little boy loved this teddy bear. Loved him so much that he dragged it everywhere. This is very common for children. I mean, even I did this when growing up. As he dragged this bear around so much that he eventually damaged it. And when this happened, the boy was so distraught. And because of this, more than likely, the parents fixed the bear with spare material, maybe from clothing or other stuffed animals, to repair him, so their son would be happy. Eventually, over time, this teddy bear would lose its button eyes, and it would be multiple different colors, as they had to repair the bear multiple times, leading to why Stitches appears the way he does today. And while everything seemed happy for this family and the stuffed bear, things were about to take a turn for the worse. There's no way of telling how this happened, but one sad day, this little boy was killed. Could have been from natural causes, could have been an accident, or it could have been something much darker. Regardless, this young boy's life was cut short. Because of this terrible incident, the parents either perished with the child, or they left to get away from the depressing reminders of their son's passing. This in turn made them possibly abandon the worn-out stuffed bear behind, as it would have been a constant reminder that their son was gone. And while they left, there was something still there. Even though the son had died, he had not moved on. It is often said that people who pass on with unfinished business have trouble moving on, and this boy clearly had unfinished unfinished business. He had so much life ahead of him, and he wanted to live that life. And while this spirit wandered its old abandoned house, with his parents missing, with nowhere to go, it decided to do something that I'm quite honestly terrified of. Pediophobia. Sorry if I said that wrong. The fear of dolls. I honestly have this. Now, not all dolls scare me, but the vast majority of them do. I can't really put my finger on why. They really just freak me out. However, one thing that does freak me out about them is that it seems like they are living. And it is also said that spirits can attach themselves to items, and haunted dolls are very popular. However, dolls are not the only thing spirits can attach themselves to. It is said that wandering spirits will attach themselves to items that meant a great deal to them in life, hence why some dolls may have attachments to them. And honestly, the thought of a haunted doll scares me even more than a normal doll. But as I said before, spirits won't just attach themselves to dolls. They can attach themselves to anything that was important to them, which is what I believed happened here. After the death of this boy, who was wandering their abandoned home, they see their favorite teddy bear. Sure, he is worn down a bit and has no button eyes, but this bear, that is called Stitches, was his best friend. The teddy bear that he dragged everywhere. A place of comfort to this little lost spirit. So because of this boy who yearned to live his life that was cut short, attached himself to this teddy bear. And by doing this, he got his wish. He was able to control this bear's body, in turn bringing the stuffed bear to life. The boy had gone his second chance at life through his favorite teddy bear. He had become Stitches. And this is who and what Stitches is. Stitches is a big stuffed bear, kind of like the big bears you see in game, that was given to a little boy. This little boy loved the stuffed bear, and the bear was repaired with spare parts whenever it was damaged. However, the boy's life was tragically cut short, and due to this, the boy attached himself to his old favorite stuffed bear, and was given a second chance to live his life through the stuffed animal. Heck, this even explains why Stitches always has a kitty-themed room with lots of toys and even KK Lullaby playing, as Stitches is just a little boy spirit inside of a stuffed bear. So when you go to talk to Stitches, just remember, his Pocket Camp profile is correct. Stitches is not a toy. He's not an animal. He is the spirit of a young boy who tragically passed very young, who now inhabits his old favorite stuffed animal, so he can live the life that he was never able to have, turning him into who we know as Stitches. Hello friends, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, and if you're new, please subscribe for updates on new content. But again, I just want to thank you all so much for watching. Have a happy Halloween, and I'll see you all in my next video.